All right, I'm just gonna see how it looks on the YouTube part over here because it says waiting for Bearcade, and it's like I already started the damn thing, and it says
Yeah.
we're live on here.
Yeah,
So
we're like 20 seconds in right now.
okay, yeah. When you move your head away from the light, it's like really blinding towards the
Uh-huh.
camera. That's just like my only thing. Yeah. So when your head is like there, you're like completely fine. Um, but God, and I look fat in this shirt. God.
You know the saying, 10 pounds are added extra to the camera, sadly.
Yeah, yeah, true.
You
Well,
just don't know where.
well, this is good because like on the stream, we are kind of side by side to each other, and then I have the chat up on the side, so I think that's gonna work good. And then on the device that we're on, we're stacked on, not like stacked on top of each other, but we're stacked like picture on top of picture.
Oh,
There you are. There you
there
are.
you are.
Cool. So, welcome everybody to the stream. I don't know if anybody's watching yet, but welcome to Bearcade. I'm Matt, and this is my good friend Spencer.
Hello.
So, we're doing something a little bit different tonight. This is just kind of a catch-up stream, just because this has been a week for sure.
I
So,
would say for you, at least.
yeah, yeah, it's definitely been I wouldn't say it's been the shittiest week ever, but it's definitely been like okay, this is it's there's been some challenges and I'm dealing with like acid reflux right now. Like I should go grab like something for my acid reflux. Oh, I was bad and I ate chocolate too right before this, so it's like my throat's killing me. 1 second, I'll be right back, Spencer, okay?
Okay.
So gimp my way over to the kitchen. I'll be back.
Let me see if I can see the chat on here right now.
Okay. Sorry about that. Just had to grab my antacid. Jesus. Nobody in the chat quite yet.
Nope, I don't see anything as of right now. Am I able to see the chat as we're doing this?
If you're in on another device, I think. I don't know how you do it on yours if you have to click on the picture.
Because it gives me a chat box option while on this stream, but yeah,
Yeah, on the chat. Just put live chat. It'll be the little looks like the chat thing right next to where to flip the camera and stuff
yeah.
on. So I know I'm on Android right now because I'm using my tablet that Jeremy gave me. So I'm using
Hmm.
the tablet since that's all the way charged. My my old MacBook is in the office right now charging with my cell phone that's completely dead. And then I have the one with the smashed screen next to me where I can type out messages and stuff. And then I have like, a 19-inch monitor flat screen with like the image since the screen on my laptop's broken. So it's just like I have the keyboard on the smashed laptop and then the screen attached to it, and then I'm just like sitting on the couch here.
Hmm.
Oh, oh yeah. But God, I feel a lot better than earlier this week. I'll tell you that. I'm trying not to chew too much, but antacid's just really chalky. Don't worry, this video isn't like a review for antacids or anything like this. So this is just us hanging out tonight, basically. talking about some crap, not really the most professional stream ever, but it's something. It's better than just sitting here doing nothing. Um,
Mhm.
and I'm glad I get to spend some time with you, Spencer.
Yeah, me too.
So let's see if so made to last Dan. I don't know if he's gonna call me or if he just wants to message on the stream a little bit. Once he comes in, I invited my friend Melissa. Um, Mike, I couldn't get a hold of, um, but I sent him the link in case he wants to drop in. So I don't know if that works once the stream has started to automatically just drop in. But uh, I don't know when we should go over the bullet points of uh, just health stuff and where to start and when to start with all that crap. But
Hmm.
I'm just happy that it's, tonight is working out all right. I was able to go for a walk with you today.
Yep.
As much as like my leg was tight and like getting the car repairs done and stuff, like I was able to walk. Thank God.
Right, right.
Yeah. So, um, I don't know. How's your week going, Spencer?
Going good.
I see you're wearing your Cedar Point t-shirt.
Yes. This is not a promotional video either for Cedar Point,
This
even though I love that place
this
very much.
be like, this is a paid advertisement for Cedar Point, and then just like have like all the roller coaster footage and
Yeah.
just like
America's Rock and Roller Coast. Yeah.
I like the video. Have you ever watched the Hugbee's channel? He makes videos. He like takes old videos and then edits over the audio to just make them really like. There's a Cedar Point training video from the 1980s that he has, and he's like, by no means help anybody that has fallen off the ride. It. So like basically all this stuff of like, you know, he's just like twisting a lot of the stuff, and it's just hilarious. His videos. He
Hmm.
he made fun of one that's like a 1950s homophobic video um about it was just this homophobia video from like the 50s, just warning like children about gay people or something. That he did a re-edit of that one. Then how to go on your first date and stuff. So he's done a lot of like really dumb videos like that. All right, hi, we got somebody in here. We got Chad.
Yeah, looks like it. Yep.
Cool. So hi Chad, how is your week going? It's good to see a couple people.
And it looks
Um,
like you got a like too. It looks like.
oh, awesome. Yeah. So, Spencer, should I start with? Oh shit. uh, yeah. Yeah, Chad. Thanks for asking about my back. It's doing a bit better. So we'll go into it. So I've been having some tightness in my back for like 3 weeks. Jesus, I'm so gassy. Sorry. Great stream. But anyways, so Sunday comes along. We're supposed to move our arcade cabinet. Two of my um, I'll just call them people at this point. Two people ended up canceling, and the rest of my friends were ended up coming over, and we started moving the Wacko arcade cabinet. And I knew that my leg was already having a lot of sciatic pain, down the back of my left leg. It was really terrible. So we ended up maneuvering the Wacko into place in the arcade downstairs, and so we got that done, and then we ate pizza, and it was it was good. And then everybody left, and then I was just like, okay, I'm a little bit sore, and then I was a little bit sore, a little bit sore, and then Wednesday I wake up at like 1 in the morning. I was like, Tuesday I was telling Francis like we might have to go to the hospital. Wednesday, I wake up at 1 in the morning. I'm screeching, and I'm like, God dang it! When are we going to the fucking hospital? Like, I'm just like upset and screaming, and I'm just like in pain. Like, I couldn't put any pressure on my left leg. It was just so bad. I was just in agonizing pain. So Francis was like, okay, I'm gonna have to take off the day from work. We went to the what do you call it? Spencer, not the emergency room, but the other kind of care, the urgent care. Yeah.
Yeah, urgent care would
So we
be.
went to urgent care Wednesday morning around, oh yeah, Chad says oof. So around 8 a.m. we went to urgent care, and I had Francis drive because I did not want to drive. I couldn't drive. I could barely put my like pants and underwear on and stuff. Like I could not like bend my leg. Like I was having like a hard time just even like basic things like getting my shoes on and getting the door for the car and stuff. So it was just like really, it's ironic that it's the wacko that you hurt your back made your back wacko.
And I was trying not to laugh at that, but it's like, yeah, it's true.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and it's sometimes I push myself so damn hard, it's like yeah, I want to get this arcade game in, and our garage, like it's a shed that water leaks into it, things get damaged in there. So it's like the game had to come in, and I should have waited. I should have been just like, no, let's cancel. But I had it planned out that everybody was going to be here, so I still went through it even though I was like in pain, and then I really paid for it. So then anyways, Wednesday we're at the urgent care, and they did an x-ray. The guy said, like, I'm wondering if, in the spot that you've had surgery in 2016, you could be getting arthritis in that disc. It's pushing against that sciatic nerve, and you're getting pain. Maybe you want to get an MRI. So I was like, okay, let's go to the emergency room. Well, we went to the emergency room, which is like right over by our house. So that's not too bad. But they didn't do an MRI. They ended up doing a IV in my arm, so I still got like a little bit of a bruise from it. Did you use a wheeler or did you carry it? Um, so the wacko, it was on a pallet in our garage, and then I tipped it onto its back wheels and then put it on to a appliance dolly. So I tipped it backwards, and then everybody else kind of guided it in. And I had most of the weight of the bottom machine. We had 4 or 5 of us or something down on the bottom, and then we had to move it down and then past where the chimney is, kind of scoot the bottom to one side, and then uh, set it down, and then lift it up from the front and the back, the top and the bottom of the game, and kind of slide it over the stairs and then set it down and then get it back into place. So you use the dolly until you get it up to the door. You have to take the railing off, 2 doors, and then you have it put into the doorway, and like you have to try not to scratch, the corner got beat all to hell, because like you're trying not to scratch the corner of the cabinets while you're pushing it up into the doorway. Then you take the dolly off of it and have to basically proceed to slide it down the stairs without going thump thump, trying to like have all the weight held up by all the people. So basically, like a big group of friends has to help out with these games to get into our basement is terrible, to get these games into. Um, I mean, if I didn't have like this group of friends and you guys, like we wouldn't have any of the games in here. Was the new pin easier? Yes, the new pin was a lot easier because that's less wide. And my friend Russ, he knows how to haul pinball machines. We had it on a dolly, and then I don't know if I was on the bottom or if he was on the top. We slid that down, the two of us, a few weeks ago, I think, at this point. So, yeah, the pinball machine was much easier to get in. Arcade cabinets, you have to deal with um, monitor and monitor glass and stuff like that. It's a lot heavier. Pinball machines, you can take the heads off of it. So we took the head off of it separately from the machine, brought that in, brought the glass in, and then brought in the rest of the machine. So that's like, it makes it a lot lighter. And we were only working with like 25 inches wide or something for the entryway. And then once you get in, it's like you got a little bit more wiggle room, but it's just like it's terrible getting the games down. But Spencer, where the hell was I at? It was so we're talking Wednesday, like so yeah, basically get from urgent care. Francis drives me over to the ER.
Yeah.
They get me in there and they're like, "What is your pain?" I'm like, "I'm at out of 10, like 9.5." I'm just like, I can't put any pressure on this leg. Some arcade cabinets use cheap wood too. Well, it depends on if you're hauling an arcade one-up or a full-size cabinet. And then, yeah, it also depends on the monitor and what all's in the game and how big the game is. Outlaying for sure. But we get to the ER and, they're like, okay, we're going to give you, I don't know if it was Dilaudid or what is it. It's like basically to, it's, I don't know. It's a pain med. So they had to draw an IV and then they put this like pain med in me. Did they give you a wheelchair over there? They offered me a wheelchair, but I was having more pain sitting down than I was standing. Like standing, I could kind of lean my leg sideways and kind of put all my weight on my right leg. So that was like the only thing that was comfortable. Neo Geo is pressed wood. Is pressed wood worse for carrying down, or pressed wood is kind of like particle board, right? Like I got. Sounds like Francis's home. But anyways, so we're in the ER on Wednesday, and they put in the Dilaudid or whatever the heck it's called, and then they gave me Valium afterwards. Hey Francis, we're on live stream.
Oh, hello everyone on YouTube.
We got Spencer joining us too.
Yeah.
Spencer. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm just telling everybody the story about the hospital.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Francis was all freaking wore out. I was wore out. He was lucky enough to bring me to the hospital, but, well, not lucky enough. I was lucky enough that he brought me to the hospital.
Hey, it didn't kill us, it made us stronger.
Yeah, I think Francis and I got through this much better. But anyways, they're putting the Dilaudid or whatever the hell the pain-killing agent is in my body, in my IV, and it just felt like this cool sensation. It was really weird. It was like my head and like underneath my stomach, it was all cold and kind of like this prickly feeling, and I could only feel it in those two parts of my body, and it was just really odd. And I'm just laying there thinking like, God, I hope I'm not like talking out of my ass. But they gave me the Valium. I fell asleep for a few minutes and then they basically like told me to go home. So I walked across the street to where Francis parked, and then we only had a block or two to get home. And then it's just like they had me taking these steroids, so it's like just really tired feeling most of the day, just taking naps most of the day. So today and yesterday were like the first days where I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of laundry, I'll do dishes. So, and then just taking small walks because the back of my leg is still cramping, but I'm going to the chiropractor, working through it all. So that's pretty much a story. Outline, you're too young for that type of pain. Yeah, Outlane, I'm 32. I had back surgery when I was 25. I really messed it up working at factories. I worked at a pizza factory. I worked at a book making factory. It was a lot of standing on concrete and lifting and palletizing things. So I really blew out my back at a young age. And then I worked customer service, food jobs, basically seating people at tables and stuff. So a lot of being on my feet, walking around kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, Spencer, I'm so sorry. I just this week it's just been me and dealing with uh, all this crap.
It's understandable, though.
Uh, yeah,
Standy bull.
Francis, we're not inviting a bull. Francis and I have our stupid inside jokes, characters,
It's
Animals, yeah.
animals. Yeah. But so the whole thing this week is just kind of okay, what can I do to kind of keep myself sane? I had job opportunities. I was supposed to work a job on Thursday working with IT stuff, setting up workstations, and um, I ended up having to cancel on that just because I was in so much pain. And then I had a bank that was like, "Hey, do you want to do IT stuff for us? Kind of do you want to do an interview with us?" So I had that set up for 9 a.m. on Friday. I had to cancel that, so I canceled that Wednesday or Thursday. Canceled everything. So it's basically right now I'm going to be just taking care of myself, doing the physical therapy, doing the chiropractic kind of stuff, and then getting back to okay, the serious job search. And I have my resume all set up. So let's see what Chad says. I think my friend had a similar treatment too. He had back pain from pushing himself for a bodybuilding competition.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yes, and I know with me, with building projects and doing the arcade stuff and home renovations and just other projects I want to do, sometimes I push myself so much instead of just taking time when my body's telling me hey, you are sore, you need to sit down and take a break. I'm like, no, I need to power through this. The ceiling in here, like these ceiling tiles up here and all that. One of the sides, I worked 9 hours straight just to get the whole ceiling in, even though my body was screaming at me. It was one day of putting a couple days of putting tracks up on the ceiling. Francis helped me with some of the tracks and stuff, and then I pretty much put in all the ceiling tiles. So stuff like that, it's okay, if your body's screaming at you, give yourself more time to work on your project instead of yes, I'm gonna get this done in one day, because then you're really hurting yourself for the rest of the week. Or for me it's sometimes months that my body is hurting, or weeks. I can't go, I'm not roller skating this week, and I'm not doing Dance Revolution this week because it's god dang, I need to make sure that my body is feeling right before I do it, sadly. But bodybuilding competition, holy crap, I wish I had maybe not muscular like that, but I just wish I was maybe a little bit more God, I wish I was able to move these arcade cabinets with ease and just strong and muscular. I don't know. Yeah, Francis is big, strong. Oh, but so Francis and crowd and stuff. Basically, this stream, besides talking about all this shit with my back, kind of going over ideas for the basement slash theater slash pinball area of basically getting the renovation started getting it, once I feel better. My idea is to kind of take some of the leftover paint that we have and paint more of the ceiling to make it all match on that one side. So kind of have either a blacked out ceiling. I know in the theater area we have the black back wall and we have a black ceiling. I'm debating on the one side of taking the curtain out and then getting a sound paneling and putting it over the window with like a Velcro. So then we can take that off when we need light in there and then put it up on there and have it kind of soundproof that spot when we're running movie nights. And then the other thing is later down the line, there's carpet downstairs that needs to be ripped out that's very stained and it's just really old. That needs to come out. And then Spencer, should I hold up the carpet? Yeah.
Oh, good idea. Yes.
I'm excited for this. Francis,
Yeah.
I'm holding up the carpet square.
The moldy carpet.
Did you hear that comment, Spencer?
I did faintly, but I couldn't hear it real well.
Yeah. Francis, as soon as I got this, he says it looks like moldy carpet. So I was like, God dang it. I picked this out, and then my other friend, Kyle, that gave me the wacko, he's like, oh, it looks like a hotel, a cheap hotel trying to be fancy. It's like, yeah, thanks, guys, But this is the new carpet for the basement. I got to see if Francis will let me get a few more of these to kind of make it go all the way up to the stairs, because I think it'll look better just to have this on the floor. And then it has a backing on it, so it's like hopefully the moisture won't go through it and stuff.
How can you tell? It would just blend in with the design.
What, the moisture in the mold will blend into the design? God dang it, Francis. But yeah, so this is like the new carpet, and I had to remove molding carpet from a house. I got hit with a flood before, Chad.
Oh.
So.
Ooh, sounds awful.
Well, I think at one point there must have been more carpet in our basement, but there's a drain down there, and there's part of it, the carpet's kind of cut in a way that looks like they might have had some flooding downstairs before, but knock on wood, our basement hasn't had that issue yet, and I hope to God it doesn't, because we have our water heater down there, and we have that big drain, and where the AC drains, I have to figure out how to move that pipe around downstairs to go around where the new pinball area is going. So it's a lot of work, but anyways, with this carpet, yeah, sump pump. We got our sump pump replaced when we moved in, and it runs pretty damn well. So, anyways, we got this carpet, but we had the other smaller room, which used to be the pinball room, but it's just too small to put anything in there. So what I do is, like, the cabinets that are kind of broken, I shove them in there until I can really work on them, and other stuff in the house that doesn't really fit anywhere else, I just kind of shove it in that small room. But these are the curtains that we were using in the other room. And I was thinking maybe behind where the projector is and right starting where the pinball area goes into it, maybe we could use these curtains. I don't know what you guys think, because it's all the same colors, and I wouldn't have to buy new curtains.
That's
and
true.
Extra materials. So I got like 3 of these. So behind the back row of seats, I can kind of change where the back row of seats are. So, and here's the other thing. So we've had 13 theater seats, 13 theater seats downstairs. We're down to 3 right now. And the people I was planning with that ended up not showing up. Well, they showed up on Sunday, and it just didn't go well. I'm not talking to them pretty much at this time. So my idea is like they were like, okay, let's rip out all the seats except for the front row. It's like that leaves no room for us to do movie nights. So I'm gonna say screw it, and then right by where the drain is, a seat goes over top of that. Next to it will go a seat. So we'll have 6 theater seats downstairs, I think. And then have a spot where it kind of juts over, then be able to have like a room for another pinball machine. So um, Spencer, I don't know if I should head downstairs with you guys to kind of show you the um, basement and kind of like the ideas of like where I want to put these materials so it makes more sense than just sitting here on the couch.
Right, right. It would make sense to do that.
Yeah, because it's so weird to try to do this because it would make more sense if I had like pictures and did a screen share kind of thing, but this was kind of like a last second um, kind of thing. Get some crushed velvet curb. Ooh, crushed
Oh,
velvet curtains and shag carpet. Oh God, I love shag carpet.
the shag carpet from the 70s.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh God, made to last. Yeah, Francis just says, "Oh God." Yeah, I've always wanted a '70s room with like the wood paneling and my wood grain Atari 2600, and then like if I still had my parents like wood grain TV, from back when I was a kid, like God, like they had this like 19, I think it was 88 or 89, but it was still like this very '70s, '80s kind of GE television, just like what movies have you watched in the past? Oh geez, we've showed everything from like um Pixar, Disney flicks to like almost kind of I wouldn't say porn. I would say soft core movies. Uh there's one called like Cinderella 2000. So we show everything from like classy A cinema movies to like B B movie trash kind of copycat rip off kind of movies. I do a lot of emphasis like every once in a while it's like okay, I want to show a 3D film. I want to show musicals. Spencer and I got to watch because he is into Rocky Horror Picture Show. I
Yeah.
showed him Shock Treatment, which is kind of like the failed follow up to it,
Yeah, the failed
and
sequel. Yeah.
yeah, and showed them Phantom of the Paradise, which is kind of like a Phantom of the Opera mixed with a musical kind of aspect. So we've
I
watched.
brought up the movie that we saw. What was it? Oh, for a good time call one night
Yes. Who
when
did you?
Morgan was home a few weeks ago. Like we were
Right.
watching Castle, and they were investigating a murder, and they come into this place, and it's a call center. Like I guess it for um, like for sexual favors.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Like that, like a sex hotline, how those girls were doing it, and
yeah,
it made me think of
like
that movie
oh, call
instantly.
not 1-900. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. Oh, Outlane says I've been watching cheesy '80s horror. Yes. Speaking of cheesy '80s horror, oh, Francis says he's talking to his friend. He in the kidney donation chat thing. They were talking about horror movies today. Nice. So, speaking of '80s cheesy horror movies, I have a real Amityville 3D poster. This it's not a reprint. It's like the original poster, and I've been talking about showing Amityville 3D since 2016. We've been planning it, and it just keeps getting canceled. But like I want to run this movie because there's like cheesy 3D flies and pipes that you know um flying out the screen and frisbees being flown at you, and it's Meg Ryan and Lori Loughlin, and it's just a really cheesy movie.
That
Tubi
sounds
is the best place
fun.
for those movies. I haven't checked out Tubi.
I think that's
um
like it's like a streaming service.
yeah, I've heard of it. I've seen the ads for it, so it's like I definitely want to check that out. But yeah. What's also kind of cool is for movie nights, we do different formats too. I show things. I don't have a 4K player yet, but I show things on uh, VHS, Betamax. Well, we haven't done beta yet, but I have a beta player. But I've showed movies on Laserdisc, Blu-ray, 3D Blu-ray, and it's really cool because we can show a variety of different formats. Upstairs, our screen is we have a 4x3 screen, so that works good for showing VHS tapes, you know. And then downstairs works really good for the widescreen stuff and the 3D. And the sound downstairs is surround sound, and then upstairs it's an older stereo kind of setup. Um, I think I've seen it and it's hilarious. Oh, which one are you talking about? Amityville 3D. I like that one is definitely kind of a funny one. Um, but what's kind of cool is like we did for a movie night. I showed it on DVD. I did the Angel trilogy. So Angel, Avenging Angel, and Angel 3, the final chapter. So it's basically about like the first one's like this like she's like a teenager by day, and then you figure out more about her life story, and then she's like a streetwalker by night, and this guy, this police officer is trying to get her off the street and stuff. Oh yeah, Outlane says Amityville 3D. Yeah, it is pretty hilarious. There's you know, but yeah, the Angel trilogy is definitely a cool I would say grindhouse kind of grindhousey kind of picture uh trilogy of movies, but the second one has the lady that plays I think Jigsaw's girlfriend Jill, I think her character's name is in the Saw series. So it's cool to see her, and then she has these cheesy lines in the trailer like I'm gonna blow your balls to outer space, and she's like holding a gun and like just really cheesy shit. Like it's and then there's a side cast of characters in there. There's like a couple drag queens in there, and like other people like helping her fight these crimes and stuff. So I thought, that's kind of a heartwarming, cheesy, good time. Whereas the first one is very I think the first one is like more of a good picture in the sense of being very heartfelt, and it's very sad to see this teenager going through like being a straight A student, but like having to take care of herself by you know being a streetwalker. So it's like it's a sad movie, but at the same time there's a lot of action and a lot of tense moments in it. So that's definitely one that for people that are more into those kind of flicks. Francis and I have seen Chud. I don't know if we did that for a movie night. So cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. So that's another, cheesy one. We did The Stuff, which is kind of like The Blob, but it's like this yogurt substance that starts eating people from the insides, and that one's hilarious. That's a good one. But then we've also done we did Gravity in 3D. We've done what else have we done 3D, Francis? Oh yeah, My Bloody Valentine 3D. That one, good cheesy horror movie. Oh, May Last says I just watched Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I have not seen that. And then Chad M says Toxic Avenger. Wasn't there like 3 Toxic Avenger movies? Those are from like the 80s. I still have to see that one. That I'll have to watch the trailer again. But yeah, Spencer, I gotta get you into more, definitely into cheesy movies.
Yeah, yes, you do.
I didn't know we would be talking about cheesy movies tonight. I like that. That's a cool detour between like talking about downstairs and building crap just to kind of get lost on cheesy movies. Another cheesy one. I'm looking at my shelf. I'm looking at Chopping Mall, which is about these teenagers that stay. I think it was made in 87, 86 or 87, late 80s. It's Julie Corman, so Roger Corman's wife. But anyways, these teenagers stay overnight at a mall, and these protector robots. There's like 3 robots that start coming after them and killing them. But there's some really cheesy effects in there, and um I don't know, little bit of like TNA going on in the movie, but it's just like it's the last line of the movie is just "have a nice day," and her throwing this dynamite or something like that. It's really cheesy. Made to Last also says Sharknado movies are really cheese. Well, Sharknado is a cheesy movie that is knows it's already trying to be cheesy. My issue is like I don't know the quality of the Sharknado movies. I don't even know if I would watch the first one and be entertained by it. I don't know if it's just so bad that it's bad or if it's actually any good. I'll have to give it a chance. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, that's a good one. I've seen a little bit of Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Yes. Spencer, you and I are going to have to like deep dive, like sit and watch some of these.
Yeah, we had to devote a time for that though.
Yeah, the Last Dragon, is the Last Dragon the one that has Vanity from Vanity 6, like, Prince's ex-girlfriend from the 80s? Like, is that her movie? There was rumors of a Killer Clown pinball. If there was a Killer Clowns from Outer Space pinball machine, I would play the shit out of that. I don't remember much of that movie. I remember it was good, and I didn't get to finish it. Oh, and Chad says yes. The Last Dragon. Yeah. So Vanity is a singer. I'm huge into Vanity 6 and Prince for music and stuff. So it'd be cool to see her acting. And then I also like Apollonia, which was like her replacement for like Purple Rain. So big fan of that too. Trolls. I haven't seen any of the Trolls ones. What the hell else do I have on my shelf? I have like some 1950s like sci-fi movies in there too. So I've seen like we did Creature from the Black Lagoon and Revenge of the Creature. We did those different years and stuff, but I liked Creature from the Black Lagoon. My friend was like, "Oh my God, Matt, it looks like it's grabbing your head." Like I was sitting in the front row. We were in the apartment, and the creature starts grabbing out at the screen, and it was like literally looked like it was out, like his hand was out a couple feet out of the screen. Like the effect looked so damn good on that. That was like some really fun. What do you guys, Spencer, have you ever seen the Gremlins movies?
I do not know if I have or not.
All right, let's see. Made Last says, I remember when that was on TV in 3D when I was a kid. Yes. The Creature from the Black Lagoon and Revenge of the Creature, they would show it in blue and red 3D on TV. Oh my God. And Chad's comment right now, Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Fuck yes. Francis, did I show you that one yet?
Halloween 3? Yeah. With the Irish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Irish guy, and then like didn't they steal like pieces of Stonehenge or something to make this thing? But basically, they're just like Halloween Season of the Witch. So the third one, they tried to do a movie without Michael Myers, and the premise is great. Some people don't like it as a Halloween film because it's like it's not Michael Myers stabbing and killing people, but the idea of how it ends and who the fuck is the name of the actor? that I like. He's this older gentleman, and in all of his movies, he's always like a cop or a detective. He's always drinking. He always gets the women, and I always forget his name, but he was in My Bloody Valentine 3D. But yeah, he's like cool. Tom Atkins. I think he just passed away. I don't know if he passed away. I think he passed away, but he's like awesome actor. So Halloween, yes, Halloween season of the witch. Chad, like holy shit, it's so cool to just dork out over this. Outline says Gremlins is my favorite movie of all time. I had the records and the follow along book. Wait, they had like, was it like a music soundtrack to the movie, or was it like a storybook vinyl of it? Like, um, I have Gremlins 2 on VHS. I fucking love Gremlins 2. Like, I don't know. I like how ridiculous the second one is. Spencer,
Yes.
any movies that you could think of? I'm sorry that we like diverged into like cheesy 80s horror movies and oh my god. Oh. Ooh, what the, Francis, what's the other one with Tom Atkins from the 80s that I like? Yes. Yes. Yeah, Night of the Creeps. If you like Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, check out Night of the Creeps. That's another good Tom Atkins one. Let's see. Halloween 3 is funny. The doctor in the movie is always grabbing at women and making male jokes. I don't remember too much about that. I remember that his like ex-wife is just like like always bitching at him about seeing the children, and then like he like comes with his Halloween masks and they're not good enough because like the mom bought like these fancy masks, and then like the 8 more days till Halloween thing that keeps playing to the London Bridge is falling down theme and the TV commercials,
Dumb is big and dumb.
Oh my god. What the we were gonna show Jaws 3D. I think we ended up canceling that one because the Blu-ray of that one was having some like crosstalk where the 3D would come out, but it was like a lot of ghosting going on our projector. The final girl, when the girl, yeah, don't ruin the whole movie for, Spencer hasn't even seen that one yet. Tom Atkins is also with Jamie Lee Curtis in The Fog. Wait, Jamie Lee Curtis was in The Fog? I have that on Laserdisc. I have like the original like OG print, original run of when that movie came out, but or wait, or does Nathan have The Fog? I forgot if I gave that one to my friend Nathan or if I have The Fog in my collection, but that is a cool one. Mac and Me. Okay, Mac and Me is like a ripoff of E.T. That looks painful to watch. And isn't the kid in a wheelchair? Like, isn't it like this thing that looks like a fucked up ET, like pushing this poor kid around in a wheelchair? Like, or am I remembering this wrong? I've only seen bits and pieces of this on like compilations of like cheesy movies to watch. Mac and Me. God, that might be a little bit too painful to watch. Jesus. Spencer, any bad movies that you've seen before that are either like so bad that they're good or just like bad movies that you've seen?
Lord of the Flies. That's all I'm going to say. That was really bad to watch.
Didn't they just all like gang up on each other in that movie? I don't remember much of it. I had to watch it in school, but I don't remember it much.
Yeah, I had to read the book and watch the movie in school, but yeah, they pretty much gang up on each other. It was like, to me, it felt like a pre-Hunger Games movie, but it's like, it was awful.
Chad and Outline are talking about the musical scene. Yeah, I forgot. There's a scene in Mac and Me that's basically a musical. Isn't there like breakdancing and shit going on, and they're all inside of a McDonald's? It's like a big fucking McDonald's advertisement, like mid movie of like. I had to read the book too for Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Flies, I just don't remember it, but like I just remember just like I don't remember it as a whole, but I remember like how mean the kids were to each other and just that was just like sad about it. I don't
Yeah.
remember if I saw I think I saw the black and white version. I think they made a remake.
Hmm.
Um
Yeah,
uh,
I just really didn't enjoy either one, so I was like, nope,
Oh God,
never watching
Chad
this
is
again.
talking about Mac and Me again. Yeah, a football team dancing in McDonald's. Mike says, "Yo, sorry, man, I was taking a nap." Oh, no problem, Mike, at all. We were talking about, just like back issues. Then we were talking about like basement renovations. Now we're on a tangent about like cheesy '80s movies and horror and Okay, so this is a cool point. So Mike and I back when we were in grade school, high schoolish, um, we so Mike was always like into Nightmare on Elm Street, so him and I would watch the Nightmare on Elm Street movies with each other. So I think he was the first one I watched the first one with, because I rented the second one. They didn't have the first one at the video store that I rented it from. So I remember watching Nightmare on Elm Street 2, and I freaking loved it. Especially because like the main character, he came like later years he came out of the closet. He's like, but he's just like badass. Oh yeah, Mike remembers when him and I saw the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street in theaters. I remember seeing it with you and thinking like it was good, it was okay, but it wasn't great, and it was just like I remember when they like had the trailers out for that movie. I know the main actress, she like didn't get a lot of work after that movie because like the movie kind of bombed, and it was just basically scene for scene recreation of the '80s one. I do like the guy that played Rorschach playing Freddy Krueger, and then they turned him into this like he's like very pedo-ish, like so it's kind of like hard to watch Freddy Krueger and his finger knives and kind of like just the way he talks to the characters in the movie. It's very unsettling. I wouldn't say it's a bad movie though. I did like the like scene where they're in like the grocery store and these flashes between boiler room and being in this aisle of this grocery store and this like horror happening. I really liked. I wish they would have did a little less of the shot for shot stuff on the 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street. Um, I remember when Mike and I saw Piranha 3D. My mom came with us, and I there's a scene where this guy he has no legs left over after the piranha eat him, and he's like, they took my penis, and mom, I'm pretty sure mom was laughing next to us. It was basically like a Girls Gone Wild movie, um, with like piranha that torture like these spring breakers. I loved that. That was like amazing. We saw that at the Regal in Appleton or whatever. Before now it's a Marcus Cinema, but didn't we go see the last Friday the 13th movie? I can't remember if it. Yes, Mike and I went to see that was the 2009. So Friday the 13th, Mike and I don't know if it was his dad, Keith, my friend Keith joined us, so we all kind of sat by each other and we watched the remake of Friday the 13th in theaters. that I felt was really fucking good. And like Jason Voorhees like running after people, like the kills were good. That was like, yeah, Spencer, like we're gonna have to sit through the Friday the 13th and the Nightmare on Elm Streets. Like we're
I've
gonna have to
seen
get.
like most of the Friday the 13th, I believe. Because my sister was into that like when we were kids, so I know I've watched all of them or
Well, I
most of them.
remember like my friend Steven sleeping over, and then we would watch Friday the 13th Part 3 a lot. But what's cool is I got a bootleg Blu-ray, a 3D Blu-ray where they found a way to get they have the right image and the left image, it's side by side, and then my projector can overlap the images so it has all this depth to it. So to watch Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D, like not like the blue and red 3D that they have at like the store, like but the actual 3D. It was like the title sequences like going flowing in and out of the screen at you for like 2 minutes, and then there's like yo-yos and juggling and like an eyeball popping out. Like it was like, and it's like the first Jason movie with like hockey mask in it.
Hmm.
So as cheesy as it is, it's also like I really like the 3D effect on that one. So it's cool after like seeing it as a child. I didn't, it came out like what I think 83, and then I saw it in probably like 2004 or 5 when I was getting into like, I think around the time maybe 01 Jason X came out, so I started renting all the VHSs and all the, and then eventually the DVDs when we got a player in 04. Didn't we? Let's see. Outlane says, "Have you played any of the Friday the 13th games?" Yes, I haven't played Friday the 13th on the Switch, but I've played the Friday the 13th game for the NES, where Jason is like going after the camp counselors. So you basically play as a of like a set of like 6 camp counselors, and you're trying to save the children, and there's zombies that come up and try to attack you. It's made by LJN. It's very dumb game, but maybe what I could do is a stream of playing Friday the 13th sometime. It's a garbage game, but the little ditty that goes on in the background is kind of fun. I don't know if somebody's trying to message me. Let's see. Okay, so Pinball Brothers parts distribution drops a clue about future game. Okay. Let me click on this link. Oh, I forgot if it was Outline. Who is talking about the possible Killer Clowns? Well, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I don't know if enough people know that game to make it like a mainstream pinball machine, but like that looks awesome. Okay. Let's see. LJN should just stand for garbage. Yeah, LJN is. They made a Nightmare on Elm Street game. They made a Jaws game. I have the Jaws game. Like I've purposely bought some of these shitty games just to have like the Jaws game, the Friday the 13th game. Just because big fan of the movies, and I know they're crap, but.
I just didn't know there was such a thing. Those games.
Oh, you've never heard of them, Spencer?
No.
There's even a Halloween game for the Atari 2600 and a Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. And then like, they play the Halloween theme in like, very 8-bit, and then there's blood that squirts out of like, so if the babysitter gets killed, you basically see the square head comes off, and there's like these little squares of blood that come out, and then the lights go off and come back on, and then you just like, well, like it's all like 8-bit. It's like it's not great, but like I've played ROMs of it. But like, yeah, those got like, you didn't see those. those are rare. Those are like you can't really find those, but like the Nightmare on Elm Street game, Friday the 13th, any of these stuff that's like Nintendo, stuff, you can find those games. The Atari 2600 stuff, those games were pretty much banned at that time. Like, and you had a hard time finding those. And like, I think it's like $160 to find like the original cartridge of. I think it's Halloween, and I don't know if it's a double-ended cartridge with like Texas Chainsaw Massacre as the other side of it or something. But it's let's see. Outline says Back to the Future and Bill and Ted are LJN. Angry video game nerd hates LJN. Yes. Back to the Future, the video game. My friend Jeff, he was like, I remember he remembers playing it and he got through the whole game, but I remember having. He's like, it's a terrible game. We should buy it sometime and play it. And I hated it so much that I returned it the next day. It gets the awful music gets stuck in your head, and it's just like an awful experience. I wouldn't recommend anyone play the Back to the Future video game. I don't know if the part 2 and 3 one from LJN is any better, but the first one just got awful. There's plenty of videos on that too. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, Angry Video Game Nerd did a good video on that one too. Definitely. Spencer, should I hold up some of the games from Midwest Gaming Classic I got?
Sure.
I still have like yet to play these. I have to modify my Nintendo to play some of these. And I know we would be doing such a like weird stream tonight, but I kind of like that, a little different than what I was expecting, and it's always cool to have like people reach out from like. I like that we're making this more like a community more than just me just like posting a bunch of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely will not paid to say anything. It's all just basically opinions and stuff. But I definitely say check out Scott Denisi. His music, he did the music and pinball design for Total Nuclear Annihilation, like the pinball machine. Fucking awesome guy, really cool. He handed me his cassette tape, so I still have to unpackage this, but he has some of his themes from Total Nuclear Annihilation and some of his other songs on here, so I'm excited to play that on my cassette player. And then I picked up Cyber Sled, so I play this one at Nerd Haven. They have a side-by-side cabinet, but I don't know if we can get it in on the screenshots real good without too much glare. But it's cool because you have these kind of like tank kind of things, and you're trying to destroy each other. And in the arcade, it's cool because you have the two screens. But this is like they do a split screen top and bottom, I think. So this is a Japanese PlayStation game. Wow, a new cassette tape. Yeah, they still make limited amount of cassette tapes. Was it Ager and Engens Jensen or something? I got Francis picked me up the Planet X3. Is this all mirrored the wrong way? Okay, it isn't on the main screen. But anyways, Planet X3. I haven't played Planet X or X2, but it's cool because it has the cassette tape in there too. I have it on my shelf, but comes with the Francis. Is it a 5.5 or what's the sizings for floppies? I think Francis has his headphones on, but anyways, 5 and whatever inch, floppy disk size for older computers. Then, the newer style floppies. And I didn't pick this up at Midwest, but this is what Francis got me for my birthday last year. And then it comes with like 2 books. So it's like a tactical book, but I've played the cassette tape out of here and I love his music. I wasn't looking at the screen. I thought I heard you say cyber. No, I didn't. Mike, Mike, I didn't say cyber slut, but that would be a good name for a B movie. That cyber slut reminds me of Frankenhooker. So there's a movie from the 80s called Frankenhooker. I don't know like what the hell the story is behind it, but yes, another B movie that I have to see is called Frankenhooker. Uh, but anyways, so cyber sled and yeah, whoop Spike, yeah,
Excuse me.
nice. You're gassy too. And then I got a Japanese copy of Diddy Kong Racing because I missed out on Diddy Kong Racing back in the day. I used to play a lot of Mario Kart 64, and then I got to play Diddy Kong Racing. Our old roommate showed it to me, and I was like, "Wow, this is good. You know, this is a nice game." So I'm excited for that, and yeah, I don't know what else to talk about besides like maybe show you guys the basement a little bit. Now it's just our stream. Now we're just like burping on stream. I love it.
Yeah, burping contest. We just need to add more people.
Oh jeez. No. Just the idea of like that would just be gross. Just oh. I mean, it wouldn't be as bad as a farting contest, but like just oh yeah. With my stomach and stuff, like one of these streams, I've farted on stream before, but at least it was like quiet. It wasn't like, but yeah, with my stomach issues and stuff, like I swear to God, it's going to happen. And
yeah, or if you have a special guest on your stream, it's going to happen to either you or them.
I mean, we're all human.
We are.
Everybody burps.
Oh, oh, geez. But like, how is everybody's night going? I kind of want to hear more from Outlane and Chad and Mike. I kind of want to hear like I've been rambling on and on. Like, I kind of want to hear about like what is going on with your guys' nights and week. Anything that has happened this week. I know it's only Monday, but last week or today or whatever you guys have going on. How long have we been on stream tonight?
Like a little over an hour right now.
Oh, wow. Next, you'll put your hand. Chad. I'm not going to like pull an Al Bundy and just like have my hand down my pants. No. Mike just says sick of the rain. Yeah, yeah. Like today it rained a little bit when I was at the,
Nice.
Are you folding your laundry now? What are you doing, Spencer?
No, I was unfolding a shirt that I got from Friday when I was at that student summit all day.
Oh, what is that? OCC Student Life? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, then on the back it says, hold on. Put my camera down real quick.
I don't have any connect, engage, belong.
Yeah.
Nice. Free merch from your college. Nice.
Yeah, free t-shirt from OCC.
I think it's
sponsored by Oakland Community College, yeah.
What's your mascot for your college?
We're a pirate.
Pirate?
Yeah, we're called the Oakland OCC Raiders, yeah.
So ours is a fox. So basically just a guy in a furry suit. So I mean cool, I kind of want to get the fox, the fox is like they have a cool like they have like a hat and t-shirt and stuff. I kind of want to get some of that stuff. I'm proud of, graduating from my college,
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm happy Francis like put me through school and, I kicked ass at it, it was hard, I had to retake a lot of tests and stuff, but like hell, I liked my school. It was really cool. Francis, is it okay if I walk around with the camera?
Sure.
Are you sure? All right, you guys. I am going to flip the camera. Alrighty. And so here's our living room. I still got the curtain up from when we were doing movie night, but here's my old school Amityville 3D poster. It's in a snap case. I could take it out if I want, but I love this movie. I love this poster. So this is like original poster I picked up. So I'm excited to show that. And then over here is like my cassette tapes. Um, so it's all alphabetized and stuff, and I have all these special mixes that I've done for Skate City, for the roller rink that I love skating at. So this is one that I did myself. I took a t-shirt design and inverted the colors and messed with it, and then made a cassette tape of the stuff, and I played music off a cassette tape that night. And then so I have like newer stuff. So this is like, a couple like 2 or 3 years old, um Chromeo Head Over Heels. So they're kind of funky, kind of cool. I have a Britney Spears tape, Bohemian Rhapsody, Billy Ocean, Beck, LaRue, Mariah Carey, Metallica. So, a little bit of everything. Um, there's the Planet X3 soundtrack, so that's kind of like 8-bit kind of music kind of stuff. Got some Prince, Ramones, and then this is one that Spencer likes a lot. Some Shania Twain in there. Got some Van Halen. I like Squeeze a lot. So Francis and I have seen them in concert. And then I made let's see. These are all the tapes that I've made little mixes for oh shit. Spencer, are you still live?
Yes, I am.
I almost canceled you out on here. Oops.
Oh.
But yeah, so these tapes are all the ones I made back from when I used to go to the bars and go dancing and stuff, and would go out to concerts. I would make a summer tape, even though it's like an old format. I'd make those, and then when I had my back surgery and was recovering, I made a bunch of these mixes. So I do that every week, and then when I worked at the pizza factory, I was able to bring my boombox in. So my mom was like in and out of the hospital a lot with her mental health, so I would make all these like work mixes. And then here's a bunch of hip hop rap kind of stuff that I was into in middle school. So Mike probably remembers all the that kind of stuff. Spencer, is there anybody on the chat? Because it doesn't pop up on my side too much right now.
Let's see if there's anything. Not well. Yeah, Chad said that it was a nice collection.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. So right now I have a dual tape deck that needs the belts redone on it. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. But then here's my collection of some of my movies, because this is just all the stuff. This is Betamax through Betamax, DVD, HD DVD, basically all the smaller disc formats, and then of course you got like Gremlins right there, Gremlins 2, and then here's the CED, which is basically a big vinyl record video format. I don't have Gremlins on Blu-ray yet though. But then over here under my turntable, this is like all of my laser discs, so I have like, I see the Gremlins, nice. So I have let's see, in here I have like Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, Airplane, Mrs. Doubtfire, Young Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles, what else do I have in here? Earth Girls Are Easy. Yeah, so I have like a bunch of movies in here, so I'll have to go through like the Laserdisc collection sometime. There's my turntable, Betamax players, cassette player up on top. Got a Intellivision 2, a Sega Master System, my projector, Cruising USA. Is like I have way too much shit, honestly. Um,
Is admitting.
First step is admitting, really, Francis? Thank you. I would buy. Outland says I would buy a Gremlins pin. Oh, if there was a Gremlins pinball machine, like I'm too poor to buy a pinball machine, but I'd probably beg Francis for it. But yeah, and then here's my collection of like the back shelf, the exclusive company wall shelf that I rebuilt, and have my collection of peripherals. Spencer, so this one back here with the guy and the girl on it,
Yeah.
I might give you that if I run out of room back here. I don't know if I'll keep the box or whatever, but like I might give you the dance mat so you can play that game on your PlayStation 3.
Oh yeah,
And
since
then
I have
here's
that now. Yep.
yeah. So here are all the dance mats that I have. Well, not all of them. My PlayStation ones are downstairs, but basically all those. Got Guitar Freaks guitar up there, and then like my vinyl collection. There's 8-track tapes in here, all sorts of stuff. Pictures of my mom and I. Francis.
Oh, hello.
Hi, sorry.
Sorry.
It's just Francis. No, I'm just kidding.
Just Francis.
I love you, honey. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Oh, jeez. All right. So, all right, we're downstairs. So there's the brand new shelf. All the theater seats are pretty much like taken apart and up here. And sorry if the signal drops out or whatever, but there's like the new carpet. I'm planning on seeing if I can get enough carpet to go way out to the edge over here, because I think that would look a lot nicer than just doing just the pinball area, and then kind of go around where the washing machine is. Sorry about the lighting down here. It's just, but anyways, there's the back wall. There's the red curtain. And what I was thinking about is like painting this whole entire wall here by the washing machine, like painting that all a really nice color that would match the blue, like maybe like a darker blue or something to go with the new carpet of the pinball area. And then I got to figure out this drain and stuff. So I kind of want to get rid of the red curtains, Spencer. That was pretty much my idea.
Yeah.
And then move that curtain rod behind. So over this way is where the snack counter was. Taking that out, we're doing it more of, instead of me selling concessions, people will just bring their own concessions for movie night. All right, and then since it's already in the shot, whoever's still on the stream with us, we got, the Road Kings. That's the new pinball machine. I've been keeping this shit secret for, 3 weeks? Just like, oh, we got a new pinball machine. Yeah, it's a Road Kings, That's what we got. So here's our projector that does 3D and all this stuff, and then way in back is like some planets on the wall and stuff. But yeah, idea is to basically set up the pinball machines, put a curtain behind the theater seats. And I was thinking that cool blue curtain I was showing you guys earlier, with the designs and stuff. And then eventually, I don't know when I'm going to rip out this carpet. The carpet goes with the red seats for now, That's going to be later on when I have more money for that. But let's go back into the arcade. So got Tournament Arkanoid, got Raiden 2, you got Miss Pac-Man, the Time Crisis cabinet that I built, this is going to get taken apart, Spencer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that needs to go because both the PlayStations are pretty much dead right now. And so Space Invaders will be in that spot with the new computer built into it. So Space Invaders is going where Time Crisis was. There's a 60-in-1 hidden back here. It's too dark to show you guys, but there's a 60-in-1 cabinet that used to be a Super Breakout. The Capcom Bowling, Dance Dance Revolution / all the Konami, rhythm game kind of stuff. So I got a 2D.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's what it's all up there.
Yes, it is.
I love it. And then here's
What was it?
Wacko.
$35 I got it for you or something?
I think it was 55. So
Yeah,
I'm
55.
giving you a techniques, because I got a good deal on the turntable and you gave me that. So then, yeah. So here's Wacko. And Wacko is working great. The monitor needs probably a rejuve eventually, but I'll probably clean off the monitor, turn up the brightness a little bit for a while, and then eventually get a new starter for the bulb. But this thing is in nice condition. Thank you again, Kyle, for the Wacko. And I think I need to go upstairs. We'll sit down for a moment and chat a little bit more, and then I'll probably end the stream for tonight. If you guys are up for that.
Yeah, because we're almost to an hour and a half with this stream so far.
I think a lot of people have already tuned out after we got to talking about like movies and all that crap and then moving downstairs, but this is awesome just to get to do a stream. It's not the most professional stream, but yeah, 4K Blu-ray quality, is that what we're saying? Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Let's see. Do we have chat or Outline or anybody still here?
I haven't seen any responses from them in a little bit.
It looks like we only got 2 people now. I think we lost a couple people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the Frankenhooker comment or where we lost people.
Yeah, I don't know either where we lost them.
Oh, geez. There's another horror movie called Inseminoid. It's basically an Aliens ripoff where they're trying to knock women up with alien creatures, I think.
Yeah.
Like, God, just some of these weird B movie grindhouse kind of things. Some people aren't into it. Some people are into it, But we're at an hour and 23 minutes.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Let's go to an hour and a half. Spencer, what are you doing?
Well, I've kept my Rocky Horror Picture vinyl, the Rocky Horror Picture Show vinyl, and it's plastic. And now I just opened it.
Ooh, can you show it to us? Yeah, show us that. Oh, cool. It's like blood red.
Yeah.
It's a clear vinyl. Oh, cool. Can you show us the packaging too to that?
Yes, just a second. I'll put this back in here so I don't damage it, because that is a special gift I will always love from Nathan.
Oh, Nathan gave you that.
Yep.
Yeah, Nathan's a good friend of ours. He's like one of the sweetest people that you can meet.
Yes, he is.
God, he's been my friend since 2015, 2016. Him and my friend anniversary is coming up.
Yeah, I thought you got. Yeah, I know it's coming up like really soon.
Oh, I always forget, but yeah. Mike just comments, "Who's Nathan?" LMAO, JK. Oh, Mike, well, and then Mike and I go back to God. We've known each other since he moved to our school district. Well, my school district in second grade. So Mike and I have known each other forever. Like, we started hanging out in middle school. Him and I have had our fights here and there, but him and I get along really well. We get to dork out about like horror movies and music and stuff. So he's shown me some artists, I've shown him some artists, and it's just like Mike and I have a good I don't know, we're able to make each other laugh. OG homie.
Okay, there we go.
So Spencer, definitely can you hold up the vinyl, like the front, and then is there a fold open and a back on that, or okay, yes. So a couple of years ago, I almost picked that up off of this guy that was selling off a shitload of albums, and I passed on it. So, oh, that's so cool. I like that. The touch me.
Creature of the night.
Creature of the night. I remember showing Mike Rocky Horror Picture Show at his. We watched it upstairs in his room at his mom's place, and then I think that was the first time I watched it. He had his small TV with this DVD player, and I remember sounded like the DVD player was like really loud because that disc it has a wobble to my disc. So it's like, but I showed him Rocky Horror Picture Show. That was a fun one. What do you think if I did a show off of some of the vinyls I just got, like some records? I got 2 records and a laser disc.
Yeah, that would be cool. I don't really have anything to really show off.
I mean, oh yeah, you do. Oh yeah.
Well, the only new vinyls I got was the Shania's new album. That's like the only thing I got like recently.
You still have all the rest of your vinyl. Like we should do that. Maybe not tonight, but maybe we should do a day like where we show off like some of our record collection or some of records or movies or whatever, like things that we really like, just so like people just see that like, hey, this is part of our collection, kind of.
Yeah.
Have that.
There. Just putting it back in my closet.
Yeah, I think we lost everybody but Mike, but I mean, we've had a really good freaking stream,
Yes, we have.
What time is it, too? It's like, holy crap, it's already 9 something, so over by us, so it's like 10:30 your time.
Yep.
So, okay, we got like 2 minutes. Let me go grab my pile, and then we will end the stream then. Actually have more than I thought for new pickups. And
my first one.
Okay.
There we go.
So I wonder if what we should do is if later on I should separate this stream out as separate videos of one part of it for downstairs, one of the parts for talking about horror movies, and another part talking about music and movies. But did I get to show you this one?
I don't think you did.
So this is Twice's new album. They're Japanese, Korean pop, something like that.
Yep, I've seen.
Mike says my crown jewels in my collection are Michael Jackson Quadrant 6 vinyls and copy of Enter from Cybotron on cassette. Small but modest. Yeah,
nice.
Mike does have a cool collection of records. him and I like are huge into like Cybotron and stuff like that because I remember that from Skate City. I don't know if he remembers that from Skate City or how exactly where you got into the Cybotron stuff, Mike, but I remember them playing that Skate City Friday night, Saturday nights, the jam skating,
Excuse me.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Ah. Okay. But anyways, Mike and I have this like kind of cool Mike and I will have to talk about like the 80s electro music and stuff that they would play for roller skating and stuff. Yeah, we both heard it at the roller rink, yeah, Mike, oh, well, I got into Two Live Crew and stuff, I think, just cuz like uh well, anyways, here's the Ready to Be the album by Twice. This is a K-pop album. I don't know if it's just like music for teenage girls or whatever, but like I like K-pop music. That's my guilty pleasure. And then it's like this cool pink splattered vinyl.
Oh wow, that is cool.
Yeah, yeah. So this was like $25. I'm a little pissed about like the bottom of this case being like kind of broken, but whatever. And then it has a slip mat to put your album on. So it has the seal still on it. I still have to undo this one, so I'm like really excited about that. So then also, so I picked Twice up at Target, and then I picked this up at Rock and Roll Land. Spinners 8, and I like the Spinners because I think they did like Rubber Band Man, and I forgot what other hits they had, but there's a song called "I'm Gonna Get Ya" on here,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like this really cool disco funk kind of groove to it. So I really fucking love this one. So I've listened to the whole thing digitally on the computer. Um, and then earlier we were talking about movies and stuff, and I think Chad M mentioned he mentioned a movie with Vanity from Vanity 6, but like Apollonia, kind of like her replacement for the band. I ended up finding this song called "Since I Fell for You." This is on the Ultimix Records label. So
Mm-hmm.
the Ultimix labels were a lot of like records that had like spots for, I think, for scratching and different remixes of things. So I'm excited to see this, but the B side is called "Refuse to Be Loose" by Sadia Garrett. So I don't know what this song is, but I was really excited about like Apollonia. So I saw that. And then the last record I got is A Taste of Honey. This one has Boogie Oogie Oogie. Have you ever heard that one, Spencer?
I think I've heard of that song before. Yeah.
Oh my god! So they remade it for the Roll Bounce movie when Mike and I were in middle school. So yeah, Boogie Oogie Oogie, and I don't know any of the other songs. I don't know if there's a song called Sky High on here, so I don't know if that's a cover of. Um, there's a disco song called Sky High that I really like, and they've done like Eurobeat versions and stuff. But I have to listen to the rest of this. I really like the album cover of like.
Yeah, that is a nice cover.
I think it's cool with like the instruments and these women on there. So it looks like it's a group of two guys and two girls, but like, yeah, I love the song Boogie Oogie Oogie. I think that's really cool. And then the last one I got is a laser disc. So it's not music. It's basically this collection of I think 4 different Universal monster movies from back in the day. So it came from outer space is a 3D. Well, this print isn't 3D. This is just 2D. But I have the 3D Blu-ray of this one that I want to watch. And then there's a tarantula on here, mole people, and deadly mantis. So it's like these black and white creature features. So it was $20. The disc has a little bit. The mole people. Mike, have you seen the mole people? I haven't seen that. It looks hilarious though. My nose is fucking running. But I'm excited for this one. So just because it had a little bit of rot on the disc when I looked up at the light, um, what the hell is his name? Not Chad. I can't think of the owner of Rock and Roll Land. I know his name and I can't think of it. And I see Chad in chat, so I just like I'm thinking. But anyways, but yeah, I got this for like $10 off since there was a little bit of rot starting to the disc. But I'm excited about this, and it has like the digital sound, and so it's 5 hours and 18 minutes worth of 80 not 80s 50s movies. I think late 50s, 57, 56, 53, and 55 that these movies came out. So
Okay.
Mike says he's seen Mole People. How is Mole People? Don't tell me the plot. Don't tell me anything about it. Just, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down on Mole People so then I know to start with that or not. God, this is cool. I didn't know Mike knew about Mole People, about that movie. Spencer, what else you got going on tonight? You going to bed soon or are you staying up?
I'm staying up for a little bit longer.
Okay. Yeah. I think Francis is probably ready to call it a night. This has been a long stream and I'm all gross and wiping my nose on my shirt. Yucky.
Yuck.
I'm just like freaking sweating, so I'll probably I'm in jeans and a t-shirt, so I'm just gonna probably get into shorts, relax for the night after this. And we've done our hour and a half, we even went over a little bit, so
We did, yes.
I think this was a really kick-ass stream.
Yes.
I want to thank everybody that tuned in tonight. So let's I'm gonna list off everybody. So we got Chad M, we got Outlane, we have Spencer,
Yes.
we have Made to Last, we have Mike. I can't think of your fucking screen name on here. Oh yeah, he's on his Michael Jackson channel thing because he's huge Michael Jackson fan. So yeah, so we got Mike in there, and I think that's everybody else. I already said Chad. Yeah, I think that's all of us for tonight. And then anybody else that is tuned in tonight with us, thank you very much for watching. And I think, like what I said, we're going to separate this video out a little bit to kind of categorize some of the pieces from this video so you guys don't have to watch through the whole damn thing to see bits and pieces of it. So
Right.
we'll edit it down a little bit and then you guys have that version. But everybody that is tuned in for this, thank you guys so much for the wonderful time tonight. This has definitely been a really good time with you guys. Oh yeah, there's Chad waving at us. So thank you guys so much. And yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. Anything from you, Spencer?
Just have a wonderful night. That's all I'm gonna say to everybody.
Yeah, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. All right, where the fuck is the button?
We're still live, so they'll know that now.
Oh, I know that. Yeah, I know. I'm just leaning in and I'm trying to find the button. It's like please, end the stream. Mike's laughing at me too because I'm trying to figure this out.
Now.
I'm like an old person trying to figure out how to work this thing. Huh? How did I turn this goddamn thing off? You guys have a good one.
That was a good one.